Greetings, I am Liz and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Alright, so we in the last episode, if you're not coming from there, we discovered that this works really well as a musical.
Like this whole thing, I'm like, I want to see Hatoful Boyfriend the musical.
So
like
hard.
Stat.
Like it
Pronto.
feels very important
Immediate.
in the moment because I think it would just elevate all of this so much. Like the level of like extreme camp, like Birder would make so much sense because you really do exaggerate so many characters in musicals to make them work, and because it's the musical is when speaking is not enough, you burst into songs.
Yes,
the height
exactly.
of the emotion is just all there all the time. It'd be amazing.
Like that is like part of the fun about musicals. Like I cannot tell you sometimes like musicals are ridiculous, but the thing is that the songs are about emotion, and there's been so many emotions, especially in anime. Like so many of them will work so well as musicals. Like I love the concept, which is also why honestly there are actually a lot of anime musicals.
It's true.
Which works so well. Anyway.
All right. He's been brainwashed. We have to stop him and bring him back to his senses. Sorry, my brain tried to switch his back to him senses, and I was just stuck for a second.
You're like, no!
Before he reaches the surface. But Oooh is stronger than any of us, and he was sent flying just like that. Just admits it straight out. Oooh is the strongest of us. How can we keep him here?
With a period exclamation mark question mark.
Yes.
Wow.
With 3 punctuations.
I'm amazed.
It's okay. It was quite the question.
Kawara is very strong, but lacks control right now. Right?
I mean,
Maybe...
does he have purpose and focus? Who knows? I have my mind, and I don't have those things.
Right. Maybe we should ask Higure.
Him? He's nuts.
I love this. Black Beanadonna. Beandonna?
Beandonna. It's not Belladonna, it's Beandonna.
Beandonna!
I feel like it should be Belladonna.
I think it should be too.
Or Beandog. Just Beandog.
Beandog.
Beandogs are so cute.
Yes.
There he goes again, spouting nonsense.
Spouting, not sprouting.
Nope, sprouting it. Wait! Kawara! Stop! Stop it right there! Dad! Ow!
You've been
my
smacked.
beauty! You hit me in the beauty.
Oh, dear. There goes Shirokane.
Bye!
Bye. The demon red eye speaks! Seal the disaster with the power of the chosen one!
Hey, throws Birder's
Here
brain
we
at him.
go.
I'm sorry, He's reacting. How is that frail Luzon able to affect him? What? The battle music. What is he doing?
Hypnotizing him.
Him sticks out his wings in like a bird dance, does a hoo, 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 wiggle, 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 hoo, hoo, wait, step this side real quickly, step to that side really quickly. It's like a mating dance for hypnotism.
It really is. According to the documents back there, Higure has the ability to pull others into his own fantasies and break down their mental restraints.
So if the mental restraint is forcing, Ryouta to do other shit, then this can do it.
Yeah, it was great. I was talking to the doctor about it earlier, too. I think it's real.
That's amazing. Mental restraints? Yeah, like your belief that you're a noble and better than everyone else. No! Like how a desperate man can be stronger than usual.
The demon red eye heralds the awakening! By the power of the bloodstained hand, I seal the funeral song!
I heard that! Oooh-san! Doppler effect. Oooh-san, you run so fast.
I love
it.
it.
A Doppler effect. Ooh! Oooh-san attack! Oooh-san can possibly lose a fight with Ryouta!
Of all assholes!
And at the end of the day, you're just as arrogant as Sakuya. Oh, snap.
There we go. Perfect.
We're supposed to convince Ryouta to stop while ourselves being drawn into some bizarre fantasy? This is madness. I've only been commoner for 10 minutes and I want to die.
Don't think about the consequences, Shirogane. Just go along with it.
Just play along. Everyone, play along. All of us. We are now actors in this fantasy.
Like I said, it's a musical.
It's amazing.
It's basically the Resistant musical where everybody's like, no, I know this is supposed to become a musical, but I don't want it to be a musical. Prepare yourselves. We fight brave and bound with the red lotus feathers. Falters? Were the red lotus falters or was it feathers? Okay.
I don't even know.
Ryouta takes. I don't know who. This is probably Sakuya. This would be Sakuya.
Ryouta, Texturus, Meladonia, Funus appears.
Melodia.
Why am I announcing this? Hemkeel's turn, I guess.
Bitch, I hate this.
Black Demon, be silent?
Okay, here we go. Black Demon, be silent.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's only been silent this whole time, though. Ryouta said literally nothing.
I know, rude. Textorius, Melodia, Funus. Now is it time to break Valley's high spell. He is the call of the red lotus.
Bonk.
I'm also like, is Shuu really just gonna sit there and let this happen?
Shuu really is just sitting there and let this
Shuu!
happen.
I'm sorry, it's time for my regular cleaning.
Or Shuu also going, well, I suppose if you make it stop before it happens, it's not my fault. I still did my part to grant the wish.
Oh, I did it.
No, I've done it.
Alright.
Sun's done.
Oh, great.
So
we're gonna do...
cuckoo?
It's cuckoo.
It's cuckoo. You gotta do two of them.
I gotta do cuckoo.
Cuckoo!
Cuckoo!
Cuckoo! A violent Ryouta is not a good Ryouta! Come to your senses! Pep!
Whack!
Wing strike. Pep! Kazuaki's turn!
Oh my god, he's in on it.
Aye.
So it's gonna be listen to us.
Listen to us. All of us. We're in on this. Listen to us.
Because we're all having a team effort. It's all of us together. We're all trying our best for you, Kawara. Come back to us.
Basically what you are is in a battle coma.
Yes.
Yes. Sakuya's turn.
Listen.
It's listen to me.
Listen
It's
to
a pull get in the fancy bonk. It's a pull yourself together.
You mean listen to me?
I'm sorry. Listen to me. It's like you can't do it.
I've corrected you 3 times.
It's like, no, never. Do you not care about how stupid you look right now?
Oh my god.
You must care. Do you plan to destroy all we've gained?
Bro.
And everything Berta cared about? Stop! Kawara! In the name of love! Oh.
This is not the path you must traverse.
This is not the path you must travel. Oh. Swoosh.
Bing! Pip pip pip! Okay, there we go. Question mark's turn?
The doctor goes.
Oh! Birder!
Birder. Jeez, Ryouta, you're causing everybody trouble. I don't want to see you like this either.
Hi!
Because even the ghost her can be brought into his reality.
Oh god!
Yes! I'm the only Berserker class character this story needs! Wake up already! Ryouta!
Like I said, so again, nothing against like what the story was going for, and I appreciate learning more about the other characters. It was fun. I really do think canonically Birder gives no fucks basically about any of the other characters other than mildly Ryouta. Birder is very much like a fembo, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Like big dumb,
or a herbo.
A herbo. Big dumb and a little bit aggressive and kind of but she's also a little bit too much of a jerk, I think, in that way for that. So I'm kind of like, eh.
I always thought herbos were more like turbo, just 100% everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So just blazing through all of it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anyway, because when she's nice, she's real nice. She just isn't that very. She's like.
But the thing is like you deliberately going out of like things that don't seem to like work well for her like choices. Yeah. Like she really does. Like in the decisions that we've made throughout this game of trying to check other people's stories when I've been going through it, I was really struck by how much it's like just tonally really different for her, and it just doesn't seem to be who she is, and she has no like outside process when she's
not
herself.
Being a lot of times empathetic or sympathetic to the birds around her. She's kind of living in her own world.
Yeah, and then when you go, here, let's be more empathetic or sympathetic towards everybody else, it seems really strange.
Ryouta! Ryouta was defeated! His feet were taken out from beneath him.
It happened. Ugh.
Kawara! See, there it is. He needed to say it so bad. He got corrected twice, and then he went, pull yourself together! Do you want this?
No. I don't.
Poor baby. I'm so sorry. Cuckoo! Ryouta! He's a vegetarian and shouldn't exert himself. Vegan powers.
What?
Vegan powers.
What?
I don't care.
I don't even understand that. It's fine.
It's fine, I
it's
don't
fine.
either. You don't have enough protein, so you can't work that hard, I guess.
Are we saying that Oko-san eats things? Eats people?
No, he's a vegetarian.
You are... But Oko-san said Ryouta is a vegetarian. Does that mean that Oko-san's not?
Nope, Oko-san's a meat eater. He would be.
Oko-san is an omnivore.
Yep, omnivore.
Wow.
Pidgeriphus.
I don't want to make anyone sad.
I don't think he eats other pigeons.
The remitter reactivated? Fascinating. It should not have been possible for some hours yet.
What's a remitter?
Disease is half in the mind, after all.
I mean, it really is. Like, there could be stuff deeply wrong with your body, but, like, your mind can do amazing things to change your body state.
Yes.
Yes.
Outlook is surprisingly important. It actually really can be. Your mind is incredibly powerful.
My brain just keeps having this thing of this apathetic, human diagram in the background. Going, you're just really disappointed about this unicorn horn.
Right. I'm so sad. I suppose this means my data was insufficient.
Wait, I might have been imperfect in some way?
This is the end, Dark Sorcerer of Wallenstein! Be judged by the Crimson Breast!
Huh.
Oh, wait! Until it's not just his fault.
I wished for it too. Please don't blame yourself. Why do you protect him?
I hope that partly be like Ryouta. You were a child.
Yeah.
You had an adult come along, take advantage of you, and use your basically child wish as justification for the torture and murder of countless people.
Yep.
Screw you.
Yep.
Screw this guy.
This is all completely justified because you said a thing and I interpreted how I pleased.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who did this to you!
Tell me, Doctor, why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? My reason is nothing of note. It is not worth telling. Let me get really freaking redundant suddenly. My reason is nothing of note. It is not worth telling. That is literally the same thing. Please stop talking, sir. You were really good at being like, I will talk above your heads, and now I will also be like, well, it is not worth telling. This was merely an experiment that has now come to an end. I
worked so hard for 10 years to grant your wish. Because, casually an experiment.
Like I said, he sounds really insecure to suddenly go, here's this big thing I'm going to do, and I need you to remember. It sounds like you got your approval,
and then also going, oh, well, now that it hasn't worked, it's nothing.
Oh, it's
really nothing.
No, I swear.
It wasn't even important, really.
You must have had a reason. You aren't the sort to go around talking to children without some purpose. Mm-hmm. I want to know the answer to everything.
42.
It is 42.
Excellent.
The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you are expecting, I assure you.
I was feeling hopeless that day and completely down on all of my scientific pursuits in every way. I had no passion or devotion at all. I was utterly depressed. Walking down the street, I saw a human and a bird standing together. They looked to be fast friends as they were holding wing and hand. This occurred to me to be an odd sight, and so I thought I would ask you what you wanted. And that thing has driven me since!
Right.
It was the only inspiration I had.
I assure you. Oh, here we go. Here's his stupid reason.
Alright, let's find out.
Okay, it's gonna be peak musical.
Is stupid.
Issa?
Issa. I don't even know.
Hey, good morning, Issa. Sorry to spring this on you, but could you take a look at these?
Oh, what is it, sir? You seem excited.
It's amazing. The healers we got earlier.
Healers? The Hela sounds.
Hela.
Sorry, I liked Hela.
It's Hela, though.
I know.
You goof.
Hela cells from last month.
I wonder how many people went, Hela? And I'm like, no, it's Hela.
Okay.
That's fascinating. Yeah, them. From the unusually... Oh, I think actually the healers is actually supposed to be Shuu. In my guess. Maybe? And then I don't know who the other person is supposed to be at all.
No idea. From the unusually old human. We'll swap them.
I don't. Aiding science even after death. Can't we at least call the samples by their proper name?
You've always been serious like that. Issa. Are we saying the doctor's name is Issa? That's why I assumed that was the doctor talking.
Yes, I'm like,
someone else is called Issa.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's another medical person. It's fine. That's the doctor talking.
You have always been serious like that, Issa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they respond beautifully.
Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should call them petbirds instead.
Maybe you are right.
Are these all just humans talking?
I have no idea. Anyway, look at this! We've been looking into cancer cell immortality, which has been a long conversation, and also, as some people have talked about, that there actually is some concern that the HeLa cells, due to the fact that they were not properly, basically, contained from other elements and not stored correctly, the concern is that actually all HeLa cells currently being used, like every single one of them, they are all contaminated. With other things. They are not pure sources anymore.
They're not pure sources of immortality.
And it's not to say that, like, haven't been useful. HeLa cells have been used extensively. So HeLa cells is Henrietta Lacks. It was just the way that they actually talked about cells years ago is they just shortened the names. So Henrietta, and then Lacks was the last name.
Yeah,
so
the thing where we mentioned were the immortal cancer cells because they reproduce indefinitely.
Yeah.
They don't ever have it's not an expiration date, like a termination date, whatever.
Yeah, they just kept going.
Yep.
And nobody really knows why. But cancer cell immortality.
This?
I wonder if this is actually Kazuaki's partner.
Maybe. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these things.
Because I'm like, what does Kazuaki have to do with
Shuu
Shuu?
at all? And if Kazuaki's former partner was a scientist that worked with Shuu, then there would be connections even without him having anything insidious.
Because I've been waiting on that, yeah.
So have I.
It's all about love.
Or intuition.
That too.
I
Drink
also
me,
somewhere in a cafeteria,
Uh-huh.
just casually talking about these things.
Kawara Ryuji. He is quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. Oh, Shuu was talking to fucking Ryuta's dad.
Ryuta's dad. Okay, yeah, cool. There we go. Done.
He has abilities and intuition that not even he can explain.
So you were going there to get help from this other scientist who'd just gotten murdered, and then you asked his kid.
So this is, hey, good morning, Issa is Ryuji's, is Kawara's dad. So,
Yep, there we go.
Okay, so I have that. Do you want to do dad then?
I was gonna say, but who's Issa?
I don't know, because his name is Iwamine.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't know. I'll just make up a different voice then.
It's fine.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm fine with that one. Hey, good morning, Issa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside.
It's already evening. I believe one normally switches into good evening around now.
It's morning whenever I get up, Issa.
It's good
morning. Good morning. Get distracted by things like common sense and you'll miss the greatest discoveries of your life.
Sophistry?
You bet. The coded lockers were amazing.
It's kind of charming.
And so, hey, good morning, Issa. Whoopsie, we're low on cash. Was this the one?
I didn't ask you to pick it up for me.
Here, take it. It's not like we're running out.
You sound like a pushy salesman.
Have it. Your right wing is injured, right? So that is
Shuu.
It is Shuu.
What's with the... Did he rename himself?
Maybe? Or maybe that's just a way to shorten and affection the name if it were actually in kanji.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
So it is
You
Shuu.
sound like a pushy salesman. Right.
You injured your wing. Your right wing is injured, right? If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've been doing fine so far.
Yeah, I was like, Issa must be a way to shorten it when it's written differently.
Yeah.
Or a shortening like that I'm not familiar with, including shortening like Richard to Dick. Like one of those weird shortens.
Right?
Hey, good morning, Issa. Hey, can I say something?
What is it, sir? I am somewhat busy.
That looks like an orchard, like straight out.
Why are you really telling me it's a nonsense reason I was just here because I had a crush on your fucking dad?
Because your damn dad was hot as shit.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Yeah, baby!
You're always busy. All the time. If I waited for you to take a break, I'd die of old age before I got to say.
Talking like this gets us nowhere. Okay, so I want to point out something really quickly. I'm having weird grammatical problems with this sort of section. Actually, I think this is the strangest, like, weird roundabout talking. Like, it doesn't sound like a natural conversation again.
It again sounds like it's being vague on purpose.
Yep.
to make it hard for the reader rather than actually being a natural, like, conversational flow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of hard to explain in that way, but it seems like there's a thing that writers often do, and we've had it in a couple of other games recently, where when they're trying to be mysterious and not let the player know what's going on, they start writing deliberately vague and not in a way the characters really actually talk, so that they can give you a sense of atmosphere.
Yes.
And I appreciate the sense of atmosphere, but I feel like it always pulls me out of the story really hard because I go, who actually says this?
Right. Because the thing is also, in this case, it almost could be, at least in this case, this could be a poor translation.
It could be.
Because the thing is that you might just have them sort of talking strange because, you know, it's supposed to be a sort of abstract kind of conversation because they're really trying to, as it were, they're doing white elephants. We're not discussing the thing that's going on in the room, which could be any number of things, but of course, you know, my English teacher always fought with us going like, well, you know, but it has to be this thing.
I was gonna say, and much of the rest of the game has been so direct, it feels really weird.
Yes, exactly, and that's actually where I'm like, what is going on? This, like, it doesn't even sound like a normal conversation flow at all. It's just strange.
Again, it could be deeply familiar with two people who are really close. He had a crush on him. Guess what? I have a kid. I had a kid. I made an egg.
I did it.
Amazing.
I see. Congratulations. I'm instantly jelly because I wanted you for myself, but I will not say that.
What? Don't you have anything else to say?
Not particularly.
Seeds with
Reproduction is natural for all living creatures.
Except
of
for
course,
myself.
Were I to become a father, I would feel bad for the child, given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory.
I would not be present.
That
I would
is
be an absentee father.
Actually, a level of self-awareness.
It
If
is.
I were, it would be like, I would actually feel bad.
He's actually had a level of self-awareness throughout, so that actually sounds reasonable for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has pointed out numerous times that I am extremely focused on my work. I do not connect to these things. Like, he's like, I am a psychopath, and I understand that about myself.
Or just going to work
In
in
some ways.
yeah.
Well, no, but I mean in reference to just going, all I care about is my work, not about other people's human emotions. But
Human,
also
air quotes.
being aware that going, this still affects other people. I don't have feelings about it, but I do have awarenesses about it. And
that's
the
true.
intellectuality that it hurts you.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that I knew your dad and I thought your dad was hot. Is basically
That's what I'm getting. It's okay.
the only bird who I ever recognized. The only one I ever recognized as worthy of my respect.
Was your dad, and so I decided to kill his child.
Or just the reason you were around was because you were still keeping an eye on him.
Hey, good morning, Issa. I brought you something cool.
But I'm like, yeah, this is total, like...
This feels like very crush behavior.
This does.
Very friendly stuff of, I am totally 100% friend here. I am very affected by how many emotions you throw at me in a very genuine way.
Going
And
on.
how good you are at the shit you do.
Yeah, pretty much. What is it?
A fossil. Look at it. It's huge.
You act like an excited child.
Hey, I like geology too. It tempts me with spouse breach?
What is spouse breach?
Like leaving your partner for the job?
Fuck is spouse
Is that divorce?
breach?
Spouse breach?
What?
I will cheat on you with science?
I will cheat on you with science. Hang on, I'm trying to actually...
He left me for the science.
He leaves me for the science.
I
Hang on, spouse breach. What the fuck? Hold on.
need to know what spousal breaching is.
What is spouse breach?
Hold on, we're looking.
Oh,
We've learned so many terms.
Was this a mistake?
Definition of spouse breach.
It tempts me with adultery? So this is the free dictionary. It's an obsolete usage of adultery.
Okay. So basically, it is. I would basically cheat on my partner for being a geologist. Basically, I'd be emotionally unfaithful for how good fossils are.
I'm also just like, why this term? Like, I don't know, that seems so...
Again, if they're really close friends, it could be a playful nerd term.
Oh, no, but I'm like, spouse... Like,
but that's
I don't know, does it make sense where I'm like... You went out of your way to go learn this specific word, or this is a circle you ran in where you learn the word spouse breach? Like,
I
what?
don't know.
I will carry on your research while you are out, then. Go on.
Dang, you are cold.
Yeah, this is totally like all the tropes that I've ever run into with we are interested in each other, but
or one of you is absolute, completely their 100% all-in friend, and the other one is in love with you.
Yes, pretty much.
Yep, that one. Hey, listen. Want to come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. My next one's at the start of the month.
While I am interested in your work, sir, I am partway through a fascinating process at the moment. Perhaps another time.
Yeah? I'll invite you next time then. Insufferably cheery, you know? And the other one going, I have tried to put you off and not be affected by your cheeriness for years. It has seeped into my soul. I bet traveling with you would be a blast.
Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I will make sure to open time in my schedule, though. I'm like, this is two bros sitting in a hot tub. One of them is clearly incredibly fucking gay, and the other one is oblivious.
And the other one is just real nice dude.
His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. He fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. By the time we returned home, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. He had watched as many other birds succumbed to disease, so I was sure that he would die in this examination room, surrounded by his family.
Damn, bro. Issa, I always knew this was a possibility.
This is so deeply overly romantic. Oh my god. Yes, sir.
I don't regret the way I did things.
No, sir?
But I just remembered. I do have one regret.
Yes, sir.
Remember how you said you'd be terrible as a father? I'm gonna be real bad as one if I'm dead. I've never done anything a father's supposed to do. I also have been buried in my work, but unaware that it was affecting my child, unlike you.
I'm also just like, you don't talk to your wife who is fucking in the room. My god, I have
You are
personal...
in love with Shuu.
You really are, actually. Even as much as Ryouta cares about Mom is literally a device that basically... Oh my god, she would be... Like, story-wise, I'm afraid she would be basically seen as just a huge lead weight. I'm like, if she was actually a character, I'm like,
Or she would just be this cheery, detached thing that just did all the home stuff and was completely satisfied with it.
Except she's always sick all the time. Remember how Ryouta talks about that?
Maybe she didn't get sick till after he came back and gave it to her. So his whole childhood before that, she was just cheery and present.
Right.
And, you know, Dad worked all the time, but that's normal for a Japanese family, so I'm just super proud of him and I don't mind.
Right?
And I'm not trying to bring him home or drag him down or anything like that. I'm just joyfully doing all the shit that's here and raising our baby.
I have
a couple of different ways.
Yeah.
I promised to take time off for the first time in years. I want you to do me a favor, Issa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? Oh my god.
I am deeply in love with you.
This is what you choose to do for my son.
Oh my god. A rather vague request.
He's too nice. He'd never ask for something, even if he wanted it.
I suspect he inherited that trait from his father. Yeah, this is
also
two
the
bros.
Music.
Yeah, I'm like, no, this is killing me.
The quiet, unrequited pining that no one knows is mutual. So it's requited pining, but still no one knows. Anyway, if you ever happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. You've never been anywhere near my house. I always come to you.
Very well, I shall remember. What is his name?
Ryouta. It's Kawara Ryouta.
Because just in case you forgot my last name, I would never forget your name.
But I gave my son.
Oh my god, it is! You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings.
It is.
And I've chased your shadow since then.
Oh my god.
Is this what they mean by quitting while you're ahead?
And he was actually deeply fucking depressed, walking the streets helplessly, and then he looked at the love of his life son and he went, what should I do now? What do you wish? And does it, and in parenthesis, of me. And he was like, I just wish everyone would stop fighting.
Please, I gotta say, I just want peace.
Oh my god.
That's
actually,
amazing.
Like, I'm like, no, I'm
it
like,
was
this
effective.
is...
The tone was effective.
I was like, nope, this is a whole gay. Good job. Or was it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past, its future, I will never be able to surpass you. And that was my only goal.
I loved you so much, all I wanted to do was be as good as you or better.
Kawara Ryouta, the son of Dr. Kawara, carrying half his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. But this boy, he may be the only way for me to catch your shadow now. So therefore I'm going to torture you? It's okay. It's a little conflicted. It's alright.
I will kill your son to try and be as good as you were. It will be my ode to you.
Honestly, though, like, it goes into that sort of thing of going, like, so I've seen some people with their own stories, and again, I am not at all condoning this in real life, but I think it's interesting sometimes in fiction where people go into, like, here's the person who becomes obsessed basically with the child, the only remaining, basically, part of the person that they loved, and they effectively fall in love with or in obsession with, in usual cases, with that person because it's the symbol of the person they cared about. And sometimes those stories are very interesting.
There was actually an audiobook that we were listening to recently, The Painted Drum. And in it, the narrator, she was talking about how the the man that she's in love with is very much basically uses emotionally his daughter as a surrogate for his wife. The reason he cares so much about his daughter and dotes on her so much and is attached to her is because she's the only thing remaining of his wife and he's a widower.
Yeah.
And she's just aware of it. And it's not anything like fan fiction kinky or anything like that. It's really straightforward of just, she's daddy's girl and he'll just be a pushover for her because that's all he's got left of his wife.
Yeah, which in its own way is sad, but also I was interested in how, like we've talked about a little bit of also going, like, it doesn't seem like the character, though, has potentially made the connection of going, that's inappropriate in any way. She actually, in the way that a lot of cis women, particularly in the US, are taught, that she sees her largely as almost a romantic rival, even though it's like, she's literally his daughter.
And again, it's not like he's after or in a romantic relationship, but she is still a barrier to anyone else's romantic access because all of his attention is there.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of those kinds of things in stories, whether they mean to do it or not, where, the oldest daughter, who's most like mom has died, and dad is like, this is my favorite child, I'd do anything for her.
Or your youngest child. Like
whatever it is, whatever daughter is most like mom, or the last piece of her, or anything like that. And it even happened in, the Nutcracker, the Four Kingdoms, or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
Yeah, and it's this really interesting thing where you have this trope of going, the only piece I've got left of you is this other person, and so I attach basically in an uncomfortable or an unhealthy way, an unhealthy way to them, which again, very, very interesting explored in fiction, very unfortunate in real life. Which is why fiction is so cool. You can explore anything in it.
But you know what?
It feels very much like that.
Yeah, it really does. But you know what? We're actually out of time, so she will have to catch the shadow in the next one. Hey, so thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you were having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We have some links in the description down below. Please also feel free to go check us out on Twitch.
Yes.
We would love to see you live. We do typically stream anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week.
Yep.
And it is a great time to spend the time that we do with the people that are there, but we would always love to see more if you would like to join us.
Yes.
And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!